Hello and welcome to One Broadway Collaborative. I'm Aaron Tornberg, and with us today we have four fantastic musicians. We have live in-house on the left, we have Craig Sonnenfeld. Everybody, let's hear it for Craig. And over to his left, our right, is Garold Amadon. Everybody, let's hear it for Garold. All right, and we have all the way from north of the border, that's not north of Massachusetts, but north of the U.S. border in Canada, Tia McGraff and Tommy Parham.
Yay!
Let's hear it for them.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, so we are going to start by going over to Craig, who's going to kick it off, and then we're going to go in 7 rounds. That means each performer is going to play one song. Then we're going to go right down the row, so we'll have a total of 21 songs, and if we have time, maybe you guys will want to do an 8th. We'll see if we have time. And without further ado, I'm going to bring up just Craig Sonnenfeld in a second.
I thought I'd start with a song of mine called Let Me Fool Myself Tonight. I once gave you a blood-red rose just to say that you were the one I chose. You set it on your windowsill, and its wilted petals are lying there still. And you gave me a silver chain, I wore it out in the pouring rain, and in the morn when I awoke, the longest link in that little chain broke. But for now I will still believe, though the dawn will see my heart deceive. You'll be gone with the morning light, but love, let me fool myself tonight. Then you gave me a velvet coat, were you trying just to keep my hopes afloat? I caught my sleeve in your cold steel door. When I pulled the thread, it unraveled and tore. But for now I will still believe, though the dawn will see my heart deceive. You'll be gone with the morning light, but love, let me fool myself tonight. But for now I will still believe, though the dawn will see my heart deceive. You'll be gone with the morning light, but love, let me fool myself tonight. Love, let me fool myself tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Garold.
This is a song called Bushrod McKeever. It's actually my DBA business in Massachusetts, Bushrod McKeever Enterprises. Wrote back in 1973, so I busted it back out of the old box. See, I just wanna kinda let them know just what it means to me to take a dream and build it out to something I wanna be. But I know it won't happen right off, 'cause that old oak tree, he done led a hard life. Look what he got to be. He's strong to the wind and the rain and all. He's the tallest friend I've ever seen. Yeah, and he's been here about 4 times as long as me. And I swear, well, I swear he's just as free. He's still reaching his arms out long for the sun, and when that north wind calls, he's having his fun, swaying to the music while they whisper their songs. I whipped up a tune and some words I could croon, so that I might sing along. And it went, Bushrod McKeever, the only freedom I want to know. Oh, you're a dream I believe in, and I was having a hard time just letting it show. Bushrod McKeever, you make me wanna just keep on moving, on and on. It seems those nights and days get oh so long. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, yeah. Hey, Rip Van Winkle, I know why you slept so long. There's this mystical magic in the trees, never do you no wrong. So I done closed my eyes and I pictured it all, that old oak tree and me, just a-standing so tall in the wood. And I done all I could, yeah, so I just let myself fall. I let myself fall to his feet. Yeah, and in my mind I done started on just a drinking man about Bushrod McKeever, the only freedom I've come to know. Here's a dream I believe in, and I'm having a good time just letting it show. Bushrod McKeever, it makes me wanna just keep on moving, on and on. It seems those nights and days get oh so long. Yeah, all right. And it's Bushrod McKeever. Here we go. Bushrod McKeever. One more time. Bushrod McKeever. Yeah. Bushrod McKeever. Thanks for listening.
Oh, this is so fabulous. Thank you, Aaron, for having us here. And we were supposed to be in New Brunswick on tour, and something got canceled. So as my grandmother always used to say, there's nothing so bad that God can't make some good out of it. And so our good friend Linda Marks introduced us to Aaron. And thank you, gentlemen, for including us tonight. We're going to start with a song that Tommy and I wrote as a gift for my father for Father's Day. And when my dad was a little boy, he used to like to ride his bike down to the old CN rail yard here in Ontario. And there was a rail that ran all the way from New York, all the way up through Canada here. And so as a little girl, he told me this story repeatedly, how he used to just want to drive the train around. And so he'd ride his bike down and to the rail yard. And one day, his buddy let him get on the train. And he said, I sat on that train, Tia. I blew the whistle, and I was just all that, crooked my arm out the window. And so Tommy and I wrote the song for him. And we've included the number of the train over number 919. And it's called Conductor for a Day. Still love the sound of steel humming on a track, and the smell of coal burning through the stack was 60 years ago. But it feels like yesterday. Then my old man said it was quite a scene. Just a young boy driving old number 919, conductor for a day. I blew the whistle and waved. Oh, what I wouldn't give, what I wouldn't pay. And my buddy Skip was only 17. Night watchman burning fire for the morning steam. I'd ride my bike across town to watch them shuttle cars around. Dreamed of driving that yard train, conductor for a day. Well, a boy's dreams are often left behind, but there's always one you carry all your life. One morning Skip said, Johnny, jump on board. The New York Central stopped on 24. Gotta see what slowed her down. Can you drive this engine round? Well, I pushed the throttle and let that whistle blow. And if that track could run clear to Mexico, I'd have driven 919 across the Kansas plains. Yeah, it was 60 years ago, but it feels like yesterday. Well, a boy's dreams are often left behind, but there's always one you carry all your life. He said that CN rail has long been retired. Bet if we tried that today, Skip would be fired. These kids don't have it good. So many things are gone. Oh, what I wouldn't give, what I wouldn't pay to lean my arm out of that train once again. conductor for a day.
Thank you.
Am I up, Aaron? You're all set. So to segue from that train song, I'd like to do a Mississippi John Hurt song called Spike Driver Blues, which was his song about John Henry, who was historically a railroad worker. And if I can, I'm going to plug the Mississippi John Hurt Foundation, which is trying to raise money for a film about Mississippi John Hurt's life. It's run by his granddaughter, Mary Frances Hurt, and a gentleman named Alan Leidy. They're trying to raise money, so if you Google Mississippi John Hurt Foundation, you'll see the details. Anyway, here's Spike Driver Blues, and I've added a couple of verses of an old Lead Belly song, too. Take this hammer and carry it to the captain and tell him I'm gone. Tell him I'm gone. Tell him I'm gone. Take this hammer and carry it to the captain. You tell him I'm gone. Now John Henry was a steel driving man, but he went down. He went down. He went down. Yeah, John Henry was a steel driving man, but he went down. This is the hammer that killed John Henry, but it won't kill me. No, it won't kill me. It won't kill me. This is the hammer that killed John Henry, but it won't kill me. It won't kill me. That's why I'm gone. Now John Henry, he laid down his hammer, all covered in red, covered in red. John Henry, he laid down his hammer, it was covered in red. and it's a long ways from East Colorado, honey, to my home, to my home, to my home. It's a long ways from East Colorado, honey, to my home, to my home. That's why I'm gone. You take this hammer and carry it to the captain and tell him I'm gone. Tell him I'm gone. Tell him I'm gone. You take this hammer and carry it to the captain and tell him I'm gone. And if he asks you, was I running? Tell him I was flying. Tell him I was flying. And if he asks you, was I laughing? You tell him I was crying. Thank you.
Stone in the soup here. I picked a bunch of lively songs. It's neat to know that you're from Canada. I was in Detroit for 32 years, and I got to experience a whole different edge of being a folk musician when I had to become a jazzy folk musician to be able to hold a gig. So my dream was to be playing in PEI and Nova Scotia and do a nautical folk following the Stan Rogers tradition.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And one day my girlfriend asked me, she said, well, could you write a song about the blowing leaves, because, you know, it's really pretty out there. And so I wrote a bit of a love song.
Nice.
It's called Reaching Out for More, which is exactly what I'm doing. I know there were times when I'd been holding out for more than any woman, any love could ever be for me. And I found myself believing there would never be a place for me in a world that seemed so cruel when I had played the fool. Now I feel this cold uncertainty. Well, loving you has changed my life around. When I'm close to you, there's that point of view that's rarely ever found in me. It's a love that's deep inside, one where I can barely hide. There's a cool wind dancing through the air tonight. It's been shuffling and rustling all those leaves outside my door, just like that autumn moon. Yeah, I'm glowing with delight. So beam your love down to me, 'cause that's what I'm living for. When you come around, sweet honey, I'll be reaching out for more, yeah. It's that sweet, sweet loving feeling, oh, it keeps me reaching out. So I'm holding out for the best that I can find, baby, and it's been you. How about you, yeah. So before you turn and slip away in the quiet of the night, as if mere words could quite express the love I feel for you, I'd like a little of your time, baby, just to speak my peace of mind. With you this world is not so cruel. I won't have to play the fool. Hey, it'd surely be a crime for me, but baby, can't you see to be wasting precious moments of my life so carelessly? When I'm holding you, there's a love that's true, bursts from deep inside of me. It's a love that can't be found without the likes of you around. Sometimes I hurt so much when I'm close to you. It's when the pain of lost romance comes creeping through my mind, just like that bad seed. I wanna toss it to the wind. So wrap your love around me, 'cause that's what I'm asking for. I'm not afraid of running, I'm just reaching out for more. Beam your love down to me, 'cause that's what I'm living for. When you come around, sweet honey, I'll be reaching out for more. Yeah, 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 whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. It would surely be a crime for me, 'cause baby, can't you see, to be wasting precious moments of my life so carelessly? When I'm holding you, there's a love that's true, bursts from deep inside of me. It's a love that can't be found without the likes of you around. Sometimes I hurt so much when I'm close to you. It's when the pain of lost romance comes creeping through my mind, just like that bad seed. I wanna toss it to the wind. So wrap your love around me, 'cause it's what I'm asking for. I'm not afraid of running, I'm just reaching out for more. Beam your love down to me, 'cause it's what I'm living for. When you come around, sweet honey, I'll be reaching out for more.
But different.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So we're just down the lake from Detroit. We're down, between Toronto and Windsor, and across the lake from Erie, Pennsylvania. We're on Lake Erie.
Right.
We want to do a song that we just released on our new EP called With Love. And I think we've got some friends from El Paso that have bought tickets for the show tonight. Our dear friends out in El Paso, Texas. So we're going to send this out to Ken and Delia if they're listening, and because I know this is one of Delia's favorites, called Sometimes Love's Like That. Tripping over the moon on our way to the stars, you looked at me and I struggled to breathe as you caught my heart. But a young girl's heart will break, sure as summer's burn must fade. Sometimes love's like that, innocent as a lullaby. Sometimes love's like that, fleeting as a butterfly. You'll never know how the crashing of waves in the moonlight takes me back. Sometimes love's like that. If I held on to you just a little too long, it's 'cause everyone needs a place to feel free, like when we were young, where I still can touch your face and that first kiss can't be replaced. Sometimes love's like that, innocent as a lullaby. Sometimes love's like that, fleeting as a butterfly. You'll never know how the crashing of waves in the moonlight takes me back. Sometimes love's like that. I've tasted the berries, been drunk on the wine, but your love was first, the sweetest kind. Innocent as a lullaby. Fleeting as a butterfly. You'll never know how the crashing of waves in the moonlight takes me back. Sometimes love's like that. Sometimes love's like that. Sometimes love's like that. Love's like that.
All right, thank you guys. That was great. And up next, we have Craig again. Oh, I can't hear you, Craig. Sorry, that was my fault. Try again.
You guys all sound great, everybody. I'm enjoying this. And
Thank you very
Same
much.
here.
We feel the
Tia
same.
and Tommy, my wife and I were up in Toronto in July. We were up there for 5 days, and the second day we got there, the Rogers network went down, and nobody could do anything either on the internet or with credit or debit cards, so that was fun.
Yeah, I was going to say you picked the perfect time to come
Yeah,
to Toronto.
that was perfect.
Nothing like a big network shutdown to kind of wake you up.
Yeah, I thought it was me, but
You thought you touched something?
I've never been in Toronto before, and the second day everything goes out in Canada. So anyway, I'm going to do a little blues song called If Love is the High Road. Now everybody wants to be a winner. Everybody wants to wind up on top. No one wants to show up late for dinner. No one wants to be known as a flop. So if love is the high road, I'm stuck on the low road. If love is the fast road, I'm stuck on the slow road. I'm running down on got nothing to show road. That's all I know. That's all I know. She said I was her one and only. She told me that I was just superb. Now she's gone and left me here so lonely. Now she's gone and kicked me to the curb. And if love is the high road, I'm stuck on the low road. If love is the fast road, I'm stuck on the slow road. I'm running down on, got nothing to show road. That's all I know. That's all I know. Now I don't think that we can ever make up. I don't think that we can ever fix all the things that led us to our breakup. I gotta find another way to get my kicks. And if love is the high road, I'm stuck on the low road. If love is the fast road, I'm stuck on the slow road. I'm running down on, got nothing to show road. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I know. Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, this next piece is a piece that I used to use to accompany artist the Spoon Man. If you Google him, he's a spoon man that was out of Seattle. And he dragged me on the road back in the 80s and got me to buy a school bus. I mean, he didn't get me to, he just twisted my arm and said, "You need to get a school bus," because I had my kids with me. Anyway, this is one of the songs we used because we were actually like street performers. And we traveled the Renaissance Festival circuit back in the day. So I'd like to share a song with you called Malevolent Beasts. That my plug had fallen out. I am so sorry.
All right.
Do I get a mulligan?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, I'll just keep going. I'm all nervous. Bloody hell. Get it right, guy. Those crystalline figures are dancing inside of me. Over ebb and flow, masterfully spoonman and troubadour feet. Warily grazing the targeting spirit, the storm swells arise. We'll fly to the crest and we'll ride. We'll ride over the prowess of clandestine forces, malevolent beasts that thrashing about in their rage, in their rage. No man dare fear them, for weakness is fair game. Laughing, we're towering over their foolishness. Rise, rise up high and face the night. Rise up high and face the night. Rise up high and face the night. That was bloody nerve-wracking. Thank you. And yeah, I should have said. And
There must have been 100 chords in that thing. That's awesome.
Oh, Garold, Tommy says you must be inspired by Jethro Tull. Are you a Jethro Tull fan?
I never even knew what Jethro Tull did back in those days. It was just I was so inspired by artists. I put together the chord arrangements because they were the kind of open tuning that I liked. What I did get turned on to later because of artists was Bruce Coburn. So
Nice.
Yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. Well, you've inspired us to play a guitar song. We wrote this with our friend Wood Newton down in Nashville. Actually, Tommy and I met and married in Nashville. Tommy's from Colorado, and I had moved down there and to pursue songwriting, and the two of us met and broke our rule of never date your co-writer, and then got married, and rest is history.
Yeah.
But we were on a trip down there, and we were writing with Wood Newton, and Tommy and Wood were talking about guitars, and Wood says, "Tommy, did you ever notice that guitars are shaped like women?" So Tommy's got his big bottom gal today, his guitar.
Yeah, my guitar. Nice
His
save.
guild guitar. And we wrote this song called Traveling by Guitar. And if we were all together in a room, we'd have you guys join along with us. Shaped like a woman and fun to hold, tight wound strings the color of gold, strumming out a rhythm in harmony, taking a ride and playing a lead. We practice hard and pay our dues. We'll do anything to get to you. Up and down the road to the corner bar, playing for crowds and tips in a jar, stealing hearts and setting them free with a few chords and a melody. It lifts us up from where we are, riding around our friendly star. We're traveling by StreamYard. Yes, we are, baby. Like some teenage kid in a basement room, shooting from the hip and praying for the moon, playing all night till the fingers bleed. The Kids got desire and feeling the need, throwing all caution to the wind. Yeah, we've all been there and back again, up and down the road to the corner bar, playing for friends and tips in a jar, stealing hearts and setting them free with a few chords and a melody that lifts us up from where we are. Don't need a plane, train, or car. We're traveling by guitar. Yeah. Woo! Well, you might be a front porch picker and never get above the third fret, or in the company of others like Les Paul, Merle, and Chet. Lift you where you are. We'll lift you where you are, babe. Up and down the road to the corner bar, playing for crowds and tips in a jar, stealing hearts and setting them free with a few chords and a melody that lifts us up from where we are, riding around this friendly star, lifts us up from where we are. We don't need a plane, train, or car. We're traveling by guitar. Yeah. We're gonna go far. We're gonna go far. Traveling by guitar. Tommy Parham and his Guild guitar.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I think it's my turn. And I'd like to do a song I wrote called Before Dawn. Is guitar coming through okay, Aaron?
Yeah.
In the heart of the city, when this old city had a heart, we were both sitting pretty before everything fell apart. I always thought you'd be the one who'd always shield me from the sun. But now we realize the dream is done, 'cause you know things go wrong, but be strong, it's never long before dawn. There's a red leaf that's falling, it's the last one before the snow. There's a robin that's calling, What he's searching for, I don't know. He might fly 1,000 days through a sky of blues and grays, and then get lost in a dreary haze. 'Cause you know, things go wrong, but be strong. It's never long before dawn. How can I keep writing it out when it feels like I'm going off track? How can I keep looking ahead when something keeps calling me back? Every soul has to follow on the path where the heart will lead. Every promise seems hollow if it's based on an empty creed. We meet and say, just let it flow. All that happened long ago, and I can't let my heartache show. 'Cause you know, things go wrong, but be strong. It's never long before dawn. 'Cause you know, things go wrong, but be strong. It's never long before dawn. Thank you.
A long time ago, I was doing one of those Renaissance festivals, and I was just tinkering about with my guitar, and a guy come up behind me and called me over to his booth and said, "I've got something for you, Gibbon." My character name was Gibbon the Troubadour. He says, "Check this out." So he handed me this parchment with words on it. I wrote this song around it. It was during the time when a lot of boys were coming back from Iraq, and so it had a real big significance to me because a lot of the crafters were really kind of caught in that whole world for a long time from Vietnam. So a song called Trial of the Flame, A Warrior's Lament. Well, take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. Take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. In the cold and dark and battlements, Black Raven calls my name. Never before have I explored this dark side of my brain. There amongst those misty ruins lies this port of death and flame. So take my hand, we'll make a stand through the trial of the flame. Oh, take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. Thought I'd take this long trek down the shoreline. What a seek awaits me there. If you do not fear it, friend, you're about as mad as can compare. Lost souls are ghosts and phantoms that are waiting in the rain. So take my hand and walk with me through this trial of the flame. Then take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. Oh, take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. Oh, does it happen now, good lad, Black Raven calls your name on this dismal voyage through a world that reeks of death and pain? So clear the smoke and dust that so infest your mortal brain, and take my hand, I'll lead you through this trial of the flame. Then take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. Oh, take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. Oh, and take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. Oh, take my hand and follow me through the trial of the flame. Through the trial of the flame. Through the trial of the flame.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
This weekend are the Empower Music Awards. If any of you have gone to them, the Empowerment Music Awards, Songwriting Awards, they're back up and running. Last year they were virtually, and this year they're back up and running in Kansas. And we've been nominated for Best Healing Song with this song that we've written called Nighthawk, revised. And it's based on a true story. One day I was searching for my voice. I was going through one of those, what's it all about, Alfie, and finding it hard to find my voice, so to speak. And I went outside and found a wounded nighthawk. It was in the morning and late morning, so it was kind of very weird that I would find this nighthawk. But she had been hit on the road and was laying there on the side of on our property. So I brought her in, and through my journey of on the internet, I found a veterinarian who asked me to bring her in for her, and she healed her and set her free. And so the whole thing, the whole surreal connection with this beautiful bird helped me find my voice, so to speak. So we wrote this song. Tommy said we need to put that into a song form, and this is what we came up with. I'm looking up from a hard place, mercy on my soul. Feels like I'm caught in a wire cage. The twilight falls through my window, a shadow comforts me. A nighthawk diving, soaring, she's so free. Fly, nighthawk, fly. Oh, why, nighthawk, why? Just yesterday I found you, wounded on the ground. Your feathers couldn't lift you. I heard you open your throat and fail an eerie tune. It broke my heart 'cause I felt just like you. Sing, nighthawk, sing. Oh, try, nighthawk, try. How can we get so broken? We can't find our way until we touch another and feel their pain. God watches over small things, mercy lifted you. I know you found your wings and I will too. Fly, nighthawk, fly. And I'll sing, nighthawk, I'll sing. I'll try, I'll try. And I'll be
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'd like to do a little song I wrote. This is called Penny, and it's in the Mississippi John Hurt picking style tradition. You know, as a teenager, I grew up in southern New Jersey, and I studied guitar in Philadelphia with Philadelphia Jerry Ricks, who accompanied Mississippi John Hurt when he was rediscovered in the folk and blues boom of the 60s. And so I learned, I feel like in one way I'm Mississippi John Hurt's grandson because I learned from a devotee of him. In recent years, I've been studying with Paul Rochelle, who is a fantastic blues guitarist. Anyway, this song is called Penny, which happens to be the name of my daughter's cat, but I think the song's about a woman, if I'm not mistaken. I just put it together, so here we go. Penny, I don't think anything that you do could make me weep. Even when you were leaving, 'cause I was acting like such a creep. Come and sit beside me, and we'll laugh together in the rain. And I'll be a better guy when you are by my side once again. Penny, I don't think anything that you do would make me sad. People, they are so feeble, they think that our love is just a fad. I wish that they'd realize all it would take is half a brain. That you are my shining bright star, and now you're by my side once again. You are my shining bright star, and now you're by my side once again. Thank you.
It's neat. I can picture the cat come running every time you say Penny. What, me?
Well, if you open a can of food, she comes running.
That's good, catchy. I like that beat.
Thank you.
I put this together back in 2003. Hope you enjoy it. It's called You Are My Rock. So much more than a moment, you are everything in my eyes. There is no place in this wide expanse of horizon your spirit does not occupy. You are my rock and the free wind that carries me over the miles to be by your side. You are the children laughing, playing, dancing, and singing in my mind. I know through years of occupation, time left me so blinded that I could not see. Now through these years of dedication, I wish you were standing here face to face with me. And I apologize for my desperate eyes, 'cause I love you endlessly. You are the warmth that blankets over me in this dark and troubled mind. And I know through time, if you should dare to take this walk with me, we'd soar together, hand in hand, heart and soul, through all of time. Now I'm content with your voice as you're calling me out across the wire. There's that heaven I feel when you speak to me that fills me with desire. You are my rock and the free wind that carries me over the miles to be by your side. You are the reason there's that smile in the morning. You truly brighten up my life. You are my soul's true inspiration when my world is so cluttered and I can't find my way. I make a promise through years of dedication. I make that vow to you and renew it every day. And I apologize for these desperate eyes, 'cause I love you endlessly. You are the warmth that blankets over me in this dark and troubled night. And I know through time, if you should dare to take this walk with me, we'd soar together, hand in hand, heart and soul, through all of time. You are my rock and the free wind that carries me over the miles to be by your side. You are the children laughing, playing, dancing, and singing in my mind. You are my soul's true inspiration when my world is so cluttered and I can't find my way. I make that promise through years of dedication. I make that vow to you and renew it every day. And I apologize for my desperate eyes, 'cause I love you endlessly. You are the warmth that blankets over me in this dark and troubled mind. And I know through time, if you should dare to take this walk with me, we'd soar together, hand in hand, heart and soul, through all of time. So much more than a moment, you are everything in my life. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Grandfather, chief of the proud Cherokee, you are much older and wiser than me. There are some things that I don't understand as I'm growing in years, becoming a man. Walking into this journey of life, how will I know what is wrong, what is right? There is a war raging inside of me. Tell me, oh grandfather, what can it be? Grandson, I'll tell you the tale of two wolves. There's two wolves living inside every man. One lives in harmony with all around. The other's full of anger and wears you down. I too have struggled, I feel them inside. There's good and there's evil, they constantly fight. Envy and sorrow, false pride and hate, challenging kindness, love, hope and faith. Sometimes it's hard to live with with these two wolves, both of them trying to dominate my spirit. But grandson, I see it there in your eyes. Your search is good, humble and wise. Grandfather, I hear the words that you say, but there is a question that still remains. Are these two wolves wrestling within? How do I know which one will win? How will I know which wolf will win? Grandson, I'll tell you the tale of two wolves. There's two wolves living inside every man. One is compassion, the other is greed. The one that will win is the one that you feed. You ask which wolf will win? It's the one that you feed. Sing it out with us. Thank you.
I'd like to do another cover, and when I was young, I never was a Neil Diamond fan, but as I got older, I started to really like his voice and some of his songs, and I especially think this early song of his, Solitary Man, is an excellent song, so I'd like to do a Neil Diamond, Solitary Man. Belinda was mine till the time that I found her, holding Jim and loving him. Then Sue came along, loved me strong, that's what I thought, me and Sue, but that died too. Don't know that I will, but until I can find me girl who will stay and won't play games behind me, I'll be what I am, solitary man, solitary man. I've had it to hear, being where love's a small word, a part-time thing, a paper ring. I know it's been done having one girl who loves right or wrong, weak or strong. Don't know that I will, but until I can find me a girl who will stay and won't play games behind me, I'll be what I am, solitary man, solitary man. That I will, but until I can find me a girl who will stay and won't play games behind me, I'll be what I am, solitary man, solitary man, solitary man. Thank you.
All right.
Neil Diamond, love Neil Diamond.
I haven't heard that one in a long
That was
time.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Craig.
Try to keep things in a bit of a blend, I guess. There was a streetlight that loomed outside my bedroom window in Hazel Park. It was the town line to Detroit. 8 Mile was just across the 2 streets over in my backyard, and the infamous 8 Mile. And but there was a street light that always shined, and I finally got over myself and started playing on the hood of my car in the middle of the night to learn my chords so I could play them in the dark and not look at my guitar when I was playing. So it was really kind of cool. But anyway, there was also a time when everything was done by telephone. And I remember trying to get a hold of somebody that I really had a, sweet nick to, and I got brushed away. A song called If You Can Reach Me. She was a pool player. She actually had a 38 in her boot. She was tougher than me. I was just a musician. Street light, chasing the night away. Long nights, thinking of yesterday. Wrapped around a lover, I don't want to find another. Don't you go away. All night, thinking about you. Pale white, I'm shivering and I'm feeling blue. I know I'm sounding funny, but it's getting to me, honey. Don't you go away. 'Cause it's taking such a long time for any kind of love to start growing. It's taking such a long time for any kind of love to be showing. So call me, that's what she said to me. And if you're sitting by the phone just like there's nobody home, I hope you're feeling the cold desperation of the night. But I hope you're all right. Midnight seems like so long ago. Cold fright when I don't really know when I'm living in a memory. 'Cause I creep inside it every time you go away. Straight light, hey, it's outside my window. It's not right. Hell, I'd rather see the moon glow. Now everything is blue to me. I'd rather it was you and me just strolling by. And I still can hear the echo of footsteps on the pavement. You believe in. In the dim light of the city, I stalked among her shadows. I was grieving. So call me. You said that you'd call me. Now I've taken all the chances that I can with my love. Look what it's done to me. Just call me. That's if you can reach me. 'Cause I'll be sitting by that phone. Hey, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to face the cool desperation of the night. It's 'cause I need you tonight. Street light, come chase my night away. Soft white, please wash away the great madness that I'm feeling in my heart. It's only stealing my love away. Heart light, hey, I feel you, you're touching me. It's alright, 'cause you mean so much to me. I don't want to lose a lover. I don't want to find another. Don't you go away. Hey, I don't want to lose a lover. I don't want to find another. Don't you go away. 'Cause it's taken such a long time for any kind of love to start growing. Yeah, it's taken such a long time for any kind of love to be showing. So call me. You said that you'd call me. Now I've taken all the chances that I can with my love. Look what it's done to me. So call me. That's if you can reach me. 'Cause I'll be sitting by that phone. Hey, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to face the cold desperation of the night. It's 'cause I need you tonight. Street light, still chasing my night away. Long night, thinking of yesterday, wrapped around a lover. I don't want to find another. Don't you go away. Thanks for listening. Ballad.
Our cat has decided to join us. This Dottie Lynn has decided to join us. The two dogs are locked outside. They're upstairs. One of the things, Tommy and I were touring so much before 2019, before the pandemic, and we were over in the UK, I think, for 14 years. Is that right, Tommy?
Yep, every year.
Every year we would do a major UK tour, and we met so many beautiful people. They became more like our family than friends and fans. And
That's right, yeah.
so many songwriters that we had the blessing of writing with. And two of them, Henry Priestman and Peter Riley, and Liverpool lads. So we were sitting up at Henry Priestman's one time, a songwriting session, and Peter was there, and so they started. I think Peter had this little riff. Was that your riff, Tommy?
Yeah, that was my riff.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. And so we wrote this song, and we had just gotten back from El Paso, and so I had seen Tumbleweed for the first time in my life, and I said, well, this groove and everything feels like tumbleweed blowing down the road, and this is what we came up with. blowing kinda lost since he said goodbye. Nothing holding me, nothing at my feet. Feel like lonely tumbleweed, sitting in this bar, just one of the fools. Now we've all got a story and a heartache or two. The lovers that have gone, they will never see. We're all lonely tumbleweed, and who would blame me if at this moment in my weakness I come undone in this ghost town, and we're all drifters in this desert. We all need someone. Now we could take this further if you know what I mean. But you and I both know where it would lead. When the morning comes, we would blow away and still be lonely tumbleweed. And who would blame me if at this moment in my weakness I come undone in this ghost town, and we're all drifters in this desert. We all need someone, and who would blame me if at this moment in my weakness I come undone in this ghost town, and we're all drifters in this desert. We all need, don't wanna be tumbleweed. Hey, Tommy. Mr. Tommy Parham.
So I wanted to step in here for a moment, or virtually anyway, and mention that we're coming from One Broadway Collaborative, which is a nonprofit arts organization in Lawrence, Massachusetts. We are here every weekend with lots of different musicians. We have many events during the week as well. We're pretty much open every day. And we have all kinds of things going on, rehearsals of bands, we have songwriters, we have hip hop and rap shows, we have all kinds of things happening here. So if you want to learn more about it, you can find out at onebroadway.org. Onebroadway.org is our website, and in case you didn't figure that out. And if you want to check it out, you can find out all our events that are there. We do almost every show virtually as well. So all you Canadians over there, you can perhaps come to a show every once in a while if you like. The tickets are the same price as if you were here, but they are live streamed and super high quality, just like right now. We get all kinds of performers. And at our website, we also take donations because we are a nonprofit and we're trying to keep the doors open. as much as possible. And COVID doesn't help us get audience any. So for those of you who came on live stream, I really appreciate it, and thank you for watching. For right now, if I'm counting right, we're on the 7th song. So we have to make a decision. Are we going to do an 8th, or are we going to stop here? It's up to you guys, the
See
three
how far it goes.
groups.
I'm really liking playing. How about you? Yeah, I am too.
Okay, are you guys good for an 8th?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so that means 2 more rounds, and
Okay.
then we'll call it a night.
Yay.
So we're going to continue on as we were with Craig. And thank you all for coming, even if it's virtually, Tia and Tommy. It's been great and a lot of fun. Beautiful to hear you guys, everybody.
Thank you.
But, and hearing you all the way from Canada is very cool. So, in any case, Craig, why don't you take it away and do another song?
Okay, well, I'd like to do a song I wrote about Daniel Pearl, who was brutally murdered years ago when he was trying to interview some people in Pakistan, I believe. And Daniel Pearl was actually used to write for Boston Phoenix, I found out, and then he went to the Wall Street Journal. He was also a master, I believe, bluegrass fiddler, if I'm not mistaken. So I wrote this song dedicated to Daniel Pearl. I read an article the other day about reporter Daniel Pearl and how he shone just like a diamond in this cold and brutal world. He used his words just like a beacon, help his readers understand. Never thought he was a hero, just a plain newspaper man. Daniel went into the lion's den, but he never came out again. Daniel went into the lion's den, but he never came out again. He was chasing down a story, traveled to a foreign land. Too late he realized they deceived him, made him a victim of their plan. Then they held him out for ransom, to the horror of his wife. Humiliated him so cruelly, then they finally took his life. Daniel went into the lion's den, but he never came out again. Daniel went into the lion's den, but he never came out again. everyone's more than a symbol of their heritage or state, and deserves some human kindness, not brutality and hate. I know of one man who believed this, and his name was Daniel Pearl. I hope humanity can achieve this. We're all just passing through this world. Daniel went into the lion's den, but he never came out again. Daniel went into the lion's den, but he never came out again. No, he never came out again. Thank you.
I had to put on my capo, and on a 12-string, when you do that, the intonation is all over the place, so I had to disappear for a second. The song I'd like to share with you, the original song was written by Jim Perkins out of the Detroit area. I had the chance of standing beside him a lot of times on stages in open mics, and this is one of the songs that I blatantly bloody stole from him, but I love playing it. And tomorrow night I'm playing at halfway to St. Patrick's Day at River Styx Brewery in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. So this one's to Jim Perkins. Thank you. My good friend Seamus Perkins found himself drinking a wee bit too much of the Irish whiskey on a night when a person of royalty was near to passing. 'Twas the night of a full moon, and he found himself a wee bit too spirited, he did. If you find yourselves doing the same, you might as well put yourselves in the midst of a mud tussle with a screaming, wry, wailing creature of the night called the Banshee. When the banshee wails o'er a village at midnight, sure as someone will be off to passion by morn. It's no use to deny if you've heard the sad cry, for a soul will be flying as sure as you're born. Well, last night I was passing wild moor and sweet meadow. I chanced by the barrows as the sun it sank low, and taking no heed of the old biddy stories, as the mist rolls around through the down I did go. But at first missteps lively did carry me whistling, and frolicsome jig for to keep me head high. But I stopped, the hairs on my neck took to breaking, when from over my shoulder there come a strange cry. When the banshee wails o'er a village at midnight, sure as someone will be off to passing by morn. It's no use to deny if you've heard the sad cry, for a soul will be flying as sure as you're born. sails, a shillelagh was flying. It cut through the fog like an old Norman blade. Come devil, I cried, though my heart was a sighing. Then the arm had turned icy, right up to my shoulder. My blackthorn fell useless from my paralyzed paw. And I lunged at the spot where the cold mist seemed colder. And I tackled the first ugly thing that I saw. When the banshee wails o'er a village at midnight, sure someone will be off to passing by morn. It's no use to deny if you've heard the sad crying, for a soul will be flying as sure as you're born. Well, I ne'er saw its face, just its two eyes a-blazing. Its breath was so rank that it took mine away. It grappled me throat as together we stumbled. Then the monster and I both fell back in the fray. Well, it howled and it spit as we wrestled together. It clutched and it bit and it clawed at me face. For hours we struggled till the dawn kissed the heather, and she hissed at the sun and she vanished in space. When the banshee wails o'er a village at midnight, sure someone will be off to passing by morn. It's no use to deny if you've heard the sad crying, for a soul will be flying as sure as you're born. Though I'm but a young man of 23 summers, me eyes they are old and me hair is gone white. In our village today there is no cause for weeping, for I kept the old banshee busy last night. When the banshee wails o'er a village at midnight, sure someone will be off to passing by morn. It's no use to deny if you've heard the sad cry, for a soul that's flying as sure as you're born. Well, a soul will be flying as sure as you're born. It's the banshee way. Oi there. Well met.
That is fun. That is fun.
That's a wee rib of fun you got there.
My mother is a McDonald, and and I remember the night that my grandfather passed away, and she swears she heard this cry of the banshee. We're going to do a song that we wrote about a heroine of Long Point. This is based on a true story, a lady by the name of Abigail Becker, who was over 6 feet tall. And we're up here on Lake Erie, as I mentioned, not far from Long Point. If you look at the map, you'll see Long Point stretching in. So it's known as the graveyard of shipwrecks, because throughout the years there was all these hundreds and hundreds of shipwrecks that are still, some of them are still at the bottom of the lake. But anyway, Abigail one evening, noticed that there were some sailors who were stranded on the mast of the ship. They didn't realize that they were on a sandbar, and they were freezing cold in November. And so she waded into the water because she could not swim, and carried these men back on her shoulders one by one. And it's quite an act of bravery. And she was been inducted into the Smithsonian Institute, and the Queen of England at the time sent over the Prince of Wales with a medal in her honor as well.
Now he's a king.
No, this is a different queen and king.
Different queen.
Queen and Prince of Wales, yes.
Ah.
Yes. back in the 1800s.
Oh, see, history.
Yes. Many are written, the ballads of men, of sailors and storms they have braved. Mine's of a lady, a humble walk of life, and all the shipwrecked lives she saved. They call her the Angel of Long Point, lived in a cabin on Lake Erie shore, single-handedly rescued a 7-man crew in November of 1854. Abigail, what were you thinking, wading chin high through that icy cold lake? Was it fate or an act of compassion? Tell me, what does it take to be a woman of such courage and strength? Quite a tale, Abigail. Say a buffalo schooner had run aground in the night. The crew clung to her side, cold and grim. One by one, Abigail carried them safely to shore on her shoulders, 'cause she couldn't swim. Abigail, what were you thinking, wading chin high through that icy cold lake? Was it fate or an act of compassion? Tell me, what does it take to be a woman of such courage and strength? Oh, Abigail. Looking out over the waves on the bay, I can't imagine it still. Abigail Becker, did you do it afraid? If only you were here to tell. Abigail, what were you thinking, waiting chin high through that icy cold lake? Was it fate or an act of compassion? Tell me, what does it take to be a woman of such courage and strength? Quite a tale, Abigail.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Everyone at home, thank you so much for watching all of us this evening and giving us a beautiful audience to sing to. We thank you so much.
All right. So we have one more song to go, and I wanted to just double check with you all about your website so I can put them up. I want to make sure that I've got it right. I've been posting craigsonnenfeld.net. Is that right?
That's correct.
And that is Craig's website. And then, Garold, yours is gibbonthetroubadour.net, correct? And Tia, you have tiamcgraff.com.
That's correct.
Tommy, I found you on Apple Music. Do you have anything on the web, or do you want to?
No, it's just us.
Together. Okay, so
Yeah.
tiamcgraff.com.
I don't know what I got up there on Apple Music.
It's a heavy
something-
metal, your alter ego,
Unity-
heavy metal?
Yeah.
Unity Cavalcade or something like that? Cavalry or something? Oh,
think
different
I've
Tommy Parham. Okay, so there's another Tommy Parham. You should
Must
check
be.
Maybe. Wow.
So if you want to find Tommy, you can just look for Tia's website. So
It's right.
so I'm going to be putting it up on the screen. So if anybody wants to buy their CDs or whatever they've got out there, we had a request from Fran, and Fran says hi, Craig.
Children's book.
And she's been commenting throughout about how much she loves all you guys and the music you've been doing. So
Hope we had a big audience, yeah.
You did. It was hundreds and hundreds. And I'm sticking to that. Okay, so let's have one more round. Craig, take it away.
Okay, well, just want to mention I'll be playing tomorrow at 2 o'clock at the Brookline, Massachusetts Porch Fest.
Oh,
So I haven't had a gig all summer. Now I have 2 in a row, so I'm hoping to get some more. Anyway, here's another little blues song I put together. It's called Leave This Town Behind. And I'm originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey, but I've been a Boston resident all of my adult life. So when I play in New Jersey, I tell them the song's about Boston. When I play in Boston, I say it's about Atlantic City. Well, everybody's coming round to see what they can find, but I don't, 'cause I just don't have the time. No, I don't, 'cause I just don't have the time. Well, I'd rather ride the cannonball, stay and lose my mind, and if I can, I'm gonna leave this town behind. Yes, everybody's coming round to see what they can see, but all that never meant that much to me. All that never meant that much to me. Well, I'd rather have a gallon jug and a good old fishing line. If I can, I'm gonna leave this town behind. Yes, everybody's running round to cover their own hide, but I just go along now for the ride. Yeah, I just go along now for the ride. And you can come along with me if you're so inclined, and if I can, I'm gonna leave this town behind. If I can, I'm gonna leave this town behind. Thanks, and thanks for having me, Aaron. And it's been a pleasure playing with you all, and you up in Canada.
Thank you.
Very enjoyable night.
Likewise, sir. Likewise.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, so Garold, you're up.
The rat. A formidable creature, feared by men throughout the ages. It seems that a tiny, little, minuscule flea became embedded in the rat's fur, biting the rat. The rat became rabid, ran rampant throughout the night, biting men, women, and children as they slept, never to awaken to the bright of day. 'Twas the beginning of the bubonic plague, the Black Death, if you will, and there was only one man who dared deal with those dastardly devils, quite quaintly put, called the Rat Man. Now this Rat Man is much akin to, or could be compared to, the Pied Piper of Hamelin, yes, the Pied Piper of Hamelin. He would come to town dressed in his finely colored, tattered patchwork clothing. That is what pied means, you know, fine colored patchwork, playing sweet songs for all the children. Oh, yeah. It was believed by the children that through all his merry playing and all their dancing about, that they together could simply make those rats disappear. This day, however, in the village of Hamelin, the elders knew better, for they waited in the shadows. They knew what that Rat Man, that Pied Piper, was about. He was there for one reason, and one reason alone. That's right, he was there to collect his due. That's right, the money that was owed him for all the sloughing about in the muck and mire he'd been doing on the previous night, chasing after those dastardly devils, the rats. Now this day, he's playing in the market square. All the children have gathered round him there. The mayor, hearing the noise down below, popped open his shutters and shouted out, "Fool of fools! If you expect us to believe that through all your merry playing and all the children's frivolous dancing, that you together can simply make these rats poof, disappear, well then, let it be the God to pay you, and not a man." Well, with that, the Pied Piper put a coy smile upon his face, a sardonic look in his eye, and he began to play the sweetest of songs. The children danced and frolicked through the market square. They followed that piper everywhere, high down the roadway, out to the alleyway, out to the river, over the bridge, never to be seen again. A song I share with you, and a tale to be remembered, entitled The Rat Man. Well, it's high to the Ratman and the carry-on in his wake. God rest his soul, he's the very man this world should not forsake. He wears the skins upon his back of every life he takes. And with his presence as he walks this land, the very earth doth quake. the rodent rat is buried deep in caverns dark and bare. When the sun doth die, one can hear their cries through every market square. Dance and clatter, gnawing chatter, every bone lay bare. With the rising sun, a new day's born, they vanish through the air. So it's oi to the ratman and the carry-on in his wake. God rest his soul, he's a very man this world should not forsake. He wears the skins upon his back of every life he takes. And with his presence as he walks this land, the very earth doth quake. It's those rats, and they're coming to your town. Now you've heard men's tales of the jaws of death. Every word they spake lay pure. One searing bite in the pale moon's light, a child's demise is sure. One flash of white in the dead of night is a surly ratman's lure. And the ratman, in his curious way, is the only living cure. So it's oi to the ratman and the carry-on in his wake. God rest his soul, he's a very man this world should not forsake. He wears the skins upon his back of every life he takes. And with his presence as he walks this land, the very earth doth quake. Aye, can you feel it, war? It's those rats, they're scurrying beneath your feet this very moment, aye, buried deep within Mother Earth's crust. Now when you're sitting quiet, quite at peace before a smouldering pyre, the fear that streaks within you leaves much to be desired. Scratching, tearing, shrieking, seeking life beyond the mire. The rat in frenzied madness knows no fear beyond that fire. So it's oi to the ratman and the carry-on in his wake. God rest his soul, he's a very man this world should not forsake. He wears the skins upon his back of every life he takes. And with his presence as he walks this land, the very earth doth quake. Oh, rats. Rats. Now the ratman knows that silence, but knows no fear within his heart. For those are red-eyed, dead-eyed devils, with their lives he soon will part. And the carrion fowl, the hawk and owl, will cry out for his soul. As those rats in frenzied madness scurry forth from out their holes. So it's oi to the ratman and the carry-on in his wake. God rest his soul, he's a very man this world should not forsake. He wears the skins upon his back of every life he takes. And with his presence as he walks this land, the very earth doth quake. And with his presence as he walks this land, oi, the very earth doth quake. It's the ratman, oi. Oi.
Oi, yeah. Yay. Thank you guys. Thank you all for this gift of sharing songs and tales with each other, and for everyone watching tonight, thank you. Our website is tiamcgraff.com. If you want to go on there, we have a podcast show called Jake's Place, Songs and Tales. We have our new EP out, and we also have my children's book. I'm going to do a little shameless sales here. My children's book, Jake the Road Dog, which is based on, this is how I met Linda, too. We were supposed to do a show together about animal rescue, and we had Jake, and my children's book. And in the children's book is also Jake the Road Dog are 3 songs that Tommy and I have written. Two Wolves is in it. And also this one that we thought we would like to finish with. It's called Crazy Beautiful. And we want to dedicate this to everyone here tonight. Aaron, thank you, our crazy beautiful friend. It is so nice to finally meet you, and hopefully we'll get to see you all in person real soon. You found a good dream. What's wrong with that? But what if someone told you you had to give it back? Would you give up? Would you give in? Or would you go down fighting to the bitter end? A ship safe in the harbor isn't brave, but watch her on a stormy ocean wave. Crazy beautiful, set your sail and let the strongest wind blow. Crazy beautiful, wild at heart, you're greater than you know. Never give up,
Never give up.
never give up. Dare to be something wonderful. Just let yourself be crazy, beautiful. Maybe you'll win, maybe you'll lose, but in the end what matters, you did it just for you. A story is waiting to unfold. Make yours the greatest ever told. Crazy beautiful, set your sail and let the strongest wind blow. Crazy beautiful, wild at heart, you're braver than you know. Never give up,
Never give up.
never give up. Dare to be something wonderful. Just let yourself be crazy, beautiful. Set your sail and let the strongest wind blow. Crazy beautiful, wild at heart, you're greater than you know. Never give up,
Never give up.
never give up. Dare to be something wonderful. Just let yourself be. Let yourself be crazy. Oh, let yourself be crazy, beautiful. Love you guys. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. And this was a lot of fun for everybody, I think. Thank you for those of you who were listening at home, watching. And If you want to know more about One Broadway, you can check out our website, onebroadway.org, and there's more information. You can find out about all the shows and our open mics. We also have a lot of comedy open mics, comedy shows, and various events that are happening all the time. So check out the website for the calendar, and hopefully we'll see Tia and Tommy again in person maybe, and hopefully we'll see Garold and Craig again even sooner personally, and we'll see. Maybe we can all show up personally. I don't know. That would be fun. So anyway, thank you all who were here listening, and to the musicians who performed. I really appreciate it, and it sounded great. And everybody have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.